I want to thank you, those who have joined me on the executive committee. I look forward to working with everyone. I'm really honored to be able to serve as president of VACo Association. I'm pleased to serve in an organization that really works to build better relationships and help counties do their jobs best. I want to thank for having the opportunity to work with the VACo staff. I've been on this board for a long time, and I have to say we are really fortunate to have such exceptional staff, and I look forward to working with them for the next year as president. I'd like to take just a moment and make an introduction of who I am, because I've gotten to know a lot of people, but I'm not sure, as large as we are, you actually have acquaintance with me. I am a transplant to Virginia 42 years ago, coming up from Arkansas. I met a Virginian, I found him, and he convinced me that I thought I needed to live in Virginia. I came kicking and screaming, but I'll tell you one thing about that relationship that I've learned, and it's something that's come from both of our parents, that serving in community is what you do. And we came to Virginia and we began doing that. And I've done that throughout my time here over 42 years. I served on the Board of Supervisors in Fairfax County, and after 12 years, re-elected again for a new term. I look forward to that experience and the experience of continuing serving my community. It is one of the most invigorating things that I've done. I've had my own profession, but my advocacy has been about service. I joined VACo in 2000 and served on the board of directors since that time. And I've had a wonderful opportunity of getting to know other members from the counties around this Commonwealth. And I think and have enjoyed building those relationships. During this next year, I want to work to increase that opportunity, because I found wonderful people that I've gotten to know, and most importantly, I found an opportunity to learn from them. And that really is what VACo is about, working together, learning from other counties, and growing to better serve our community. We may say that there are many different things that may exist between us as counties. As Virginia, we are an ever-changing and diverse state, but there are so many things that truly will unite us. We all know what it's like to be in local government, and that is being closest to the people. We know what it takes then when we see our residents along the way and they stop us in the grocery store, or they stop you on the ball field. And for my example, they stopped me on the metro, and they asked me about an issue that's of great concern to them. They do so because they really have the greatest amount of access to the people, and they serve the people because of that access. As local elected officials, service is truly what we do, whether it's responding to persons in health and human service, whether it's assuring that our community is as safe as it can be, remaining good stewards of our environment, and making good neighborhoods by assuring that we have great schools, or just simply providing the right climate for business to come to our communities. Local government truly is where it happens, and our residents and businesses depend on us. Many issues unite us, but let me note just two examples that I think it's easy for me to characterize actually what those kind of issues are. First, we talk about K-12 system and education. And we had a lot of discussion this morning about transportation. Whether you live in Fairfax County or Rockingham or Wise or Isle of Wight or Sussex or any other place, we are all aware of how important a great education system means to our community. But local officials can never forget that we are in this together with our partners in state and federal government. Whether it is better for us to look at this as together as a state and local body sees what's very important, and that is how a child is going to succeed in our community. They do so through our educational system. But we also know that that child can't succeed and our communities can't be great with that educational system without those partners. It's those that come before then. We know the role of pre-K. Without those students being prepared before they get to our K system, they won't be successful. Or after spending all those years in the K-12 system, what happens when, by some unfortunate reason, success doesn't come to that person? We are on the other end looking for a partner to make sure that success comes at some point in their lives and that they become contributors to our community. There are many new members in our General Assembly, and we kind of talked about that today. And I want to work with us to make sure that VACo membership will ensure that our General Assembly members and the administration understand the importance of the funding and the seamless delivery of the services in our community. All research says in the case for education that the best investment we can make, whether it's public or private dollars, is in education. In these economic times, county governments are doing more with less each day. As the national economy continues to struggle, we all know the importance of economic development. After all, it is the attributes of the local communities that bring businesses to Virginia. And I repeat that. It's what we look like in our local community. I just had a wonderful celebration of 620 new jobs coming with VACo. They're coming to live in Fairfax. They want the schools in Fairfax. They want the roads to work in Fairfax. They want human services to work in Fairfax. But the state is a partner with us in all of that. So we set the foundation, we set the attributes, and we need to work with the state and the state with us in order to deliver the services that will be needed for those 620 jobs. Not unlike education, it's transportation, and we had that discussion again. But again, if there is an unfinished project, if there is a road that needs maintenance, if there's a need for increased transit, our residents and businesses are looking to local government to have that happen. Well, our residents and businesses most often don't understand it's not just us that can make it happen. So over the next year, we have a task in front of us, and that is to convince and help our residents and our businesses understand how important this partnership is to keep their community a great community. It's a requirement of us that we make sure that we have the conversation with our citizens, what it takes for us to deliver the services that they care about. I think of a way that I find myself doing an election year, and my colleague Penny Gross is here. And in Fairfax County, when we get ready to do a budget, more and more we're setting up our own budget committee of citizens, not just the board deliberating, but the citizens deliberating. And what happens with that? They come to say by chapter and verse what's in that budget. And by saying by chapter and verse what's in that budget, they really do understand what challenges we have as board members. And I think that may be a good example for us to think about, because we want them to echo the needs that they say in their community they want, but we want them to understand how we can accomplish it. What will be the tax rate? What type of revenue services are there? What type of efficiencies do we need to bring in order to make all services in balance? But it's having that conversation, having that brought down as far as we possibly can for as many people to be able to know what we do, how we do it, and what challenges we face, and more importantly, what we take away of what they want as a community. I'm here to work. It's what I've always done in the office that I served in. And I enjoy the opportunity to engage community. And that's what I want to do in working with the localities, to build a closer relationship with our localities and help us all have those kinds of conversations that we need. Because these changing times will not just change at the state. They will change right on the ground where we are in our locality. And we need to be at the table. And the message that I want us to send to the state and to the administration is that we want to be partners. But partners mean that we are not just here to accept the burdens that you pass down, but we're here to be part of the solution of the problem. And that has to be a strong message. I want to thank you again for electing me. Barbara Favola is not in the audience right now, but I guess I have to say thanks to her I'm proud to have had the opportunity to work with Barbara Rivola. We do a lot of work regionally together, and she is an excellent person. I had looked forward to her holding this position and leading VACo for the year, but she promised us at the board meeting that as a local elected official in prior life, she would be pledged to be there for us in the Senate. And so I congratulate her on her election as the new senator, and I know that we're going to be able to call upon her and build the kind of partnerships that we're talking about. She understands it. And I just want to make the echo that we always make here, that we asked everybody to step forward, pay attention to the alerts that you get. Jim has made the pitch in terms of serving on committees, and simply let's just work closer together to be a stronger VACo in order to really make our communities the very best that they can be. Thank you very much, and I appreciate it. And I'd like to ask Bob to please step forward. We have a couple of things we'd like to share with you as I take over. First of all, I want to congratulate you and thank you for your service all the years and this year that you have given us your undying service as president.
Thank you.
And we'll start. And as you know, this is the plaque that is in the VACo office. And on the plaque today reads 2011 Robert R. Atkins, Wise County. Your role as president of service to us. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And this is the gavel that you have used. And it has your name, VACo President 2010 to 2011. And this is one that's really fun to have. This is one with all the pins for the VACo counties. So flags around us, pins there. So that's
That beautiful.
now, I have a gift to give you. And maybe we'll let you open it and then we can talk about it.
All right.
Okay? We'll ask you to open it first.
Yeah.
Boy, it's tight. Now, I think we can tell what it is. Well, Bob, they want to help you make sure you stay in contact with VACo and do the work of VACo.
Thank you.
It's a computer.
Thank you so much. Teresa must have told you what
Teresa knows what you need, okay?
Thank you, Catherine. Thank you so much. Thank you, VACo.